I'm logging in as Laura. You should be able to, when you hit the drop down menu, you have access to anything that you need. If you don't think you have access to something, like, so Laura doesn't have access to the Rangers or the Voyagers or the Mountaineers. If she wanted access, all she would need to do is ask, and we can get her access. But for the Frontiers, one of the things that we requested from each team is by the 2nd of each month that they'll have their kind of base schedule in for that entire month. So Laura could go in here and she could create an offering. It's very similar to a win time offering, right? Where she just calls it read 180, help me out here. As the capacity can be 0, doesn't matter because you're always going to pre-assign them. And then go ahead and select, I think it's room 104 from the list. In here, I don't know if we have, I guess it would fall under language arts seminar probably, correct? So then from there you can create the offering. And then it is during session
Daily Dish, A and B.
A and B. So those 3 right there, you would click and push update. Now, to do the whole month, you could go through here and you could select each one, but those are 3 clicks. Another way to do it would be to go to offerings calendar once you have a day set up. And you can see this is the day here that Laura has scheduled. So then she can copy and she can then go through and select the entire month. And if you do this, it will try to fit to what it is. So I'm just going to do Monday, Tuesday, Friday because we know those schedules are all the same. But then as long as the admin calendar is set up for the team, when she pushes copy, this will copy it to the entire month. So now you can see that it's there. I don't know why I didn't do Friday, but it's there for those times. Okay. From that point, you just need to go into manage rosters on the day. And this is, Brian and Aaron and I had some good conversation around this, is developing some kind of routine for yourself to take the time to do some of this. So some of this is legwork. There's some tools that we can make it more effective and efficient for you. But the first thing you're gonna have to do is you're just gonna have to add your students to your class. Okay, and you're gonna have to do it for Daily Dish A and B. But then once you do that, like on Tuesday, you could go back and you could load from previous rosters that will make it go a little quicker for you. Okay, but the first time through, just like anything, it's gonna take a little bit of time and time to get used to. So everyone feel comfortable with adding kids to the class? Give me one kid real quick.
Haley Boyd.
So if Haley's added to this, again, what you'd want to do eventually too is just mark all no student X edit, and that locks that student in for that session. Okay. Questions? What else, Aaron?
More, I understand how to do that.
So you've pre-assigned Haley, right? So you'd go into the next day and you go into the 9th and you could go load students from previous rosters. And then you can find on the 8th, the Daily Dish on the 8th. And if you had more than one kid, it would populate here, all 10 of them. And you could click all down at the bottom and then signed up check students. And then that automatically signs her up for that class. So it's just, instead of searching out each kid, it makes it a little easier to choose from that list. Kind of our work with Brian and Aaron, one thing we talked about was the team taught stuff. I think it's really important that you have conversation with whoever you're team teaching with to see if they want you to lock them in or if they're okay doing it or how that works. I think they're eventually they would love for you to take more ownership over that, is the feeling I get of enrolling those kids into the team taught classes. So again, to do something like that, we could do enroll students, and then again, you can either find your course or I can help you create, like I think maybe Laura already has it here. Here's her admin case manager. Here's all the kids that are on her case manager. So that she can then go through and select here and make sure that they're logged in for whatever team taught classes they also need to be in. Aaron, would you agree? Or
Yep.
Brian, would you agree? Is that kind of where we went? So I think having that conversation with whoever you're team teaching with is really, really important so that there's just no assumption at all. If you want to create a group, that's completely up to you, all your caseload kids. So Laura, for example, wants to do this. So just go into that edit offerings and go into any offering you've created. and then this go down to this configure option audience button. And for there's a manage student user group. So Laura's caseload. You don't want to make it a global group because this is just for you. You create that group. Then from here you can push select, and you can see no students are in this group. So from there, she can start adding her caseload to that group. So is there another kid?
Riley
adds.
So then from there you can see that group's created. So done. And now I'm hoping this works. If I want to go add students to roster, I can go down and I see Laura's caseload right here. So it's the first tab. And now if all 18 were there, they would be all there.
So we could do that as like a Read 180 group.
One last thing is just one of the easiest ways. So Chase was just saying that for this break e-pass, it's hard for him to get the kids to fill it out. But one thing you could do is they come into your room, you can quickly log in as them. So type in Carl, right? And then if you're logged in as them, now you can go to break e-pass and he came to you, and it's not open, but he came to you first hour. You could either click there and sign them in, or you can go to enroll students, right? And if I was logged in as Chase, you'd only see that option and log them in that way. So again, the onus falls either on you or the kid, but trying to get it to go to the kid would be great.
Dan, is this something that the